Ya estamos recogidos, no dejamos nada, recogemos todo, nos llevamos nuestra mierda para tirarlo luego en las papeleras correspondientes para reciclar. Por último, y lo más importante, damos gracias al sitio por habernos acogido esta noche y por haber dejado que estemos aquí y pasemos una agradable velada juntos. Gracias, sitio. ¡Hala! ¿Marchamos? ¡Ah! Pues nos ponemos en marcha ya. De nuevo, día lluvioso. No me lo esperaba que lloviera hoy, pero bueno, tengo muchas esperanzas que como ya mañana pasado llegaré a la Costa Azul, pues ya me haga un poco mejor tiempo a partir de la semana que viene, antes de empezar a subir los Alpes, que ahí voy a tener también unos días muy fríos otra vez. Así que nada, vamos a correr un poquito, que hoy nos esperan muchos kilómetros. Y sobre todo pues intentar escapar de la lluvia. Yo que os voy a decir, momento histórico, acabamos de llegar al Canal Du Midi, pero no, el carril está enfrente. De estas primeras semanas de viaje, hoy es el día que más me ha llovido. Bueno, durante un tramo me perdí y ahora hemos vuelto al canal. Ya estamos de vuelta en el canal. Tenemos aquí un puente inundado. ¡Oh, drama! ¡Drama! Cruce épico. ¿Habéis visto lo épico así que ha sido eso? Lo difícil que ha sido cruzar eso. Pues así son todos mis días de difíciles. Hola, pues ya estamos en el destino. Hemos hecho un montón de kilómetros. Este es un pueblo chulo, tranquilo. Pues hoy ya estamos aquí en un pueblo que no sé cómo se llama, pero bueno, estamos ya más al este de Francia. Y hoy toca un wash hours, que lleva todo el día lloviendo y esta noche también llueve. Ducha calentita. Yes. Okay. Okay. Capa. Bye bye. Thanks. Okay. Ya nos hemos puesto en marcha otra vez. Muchas gracias a la familia esta que me ha acogido ayer por la noche. Buah, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo me sentó la ducha de ayer, eh? Después de todo el día lloviendo. Una ducha caliente. Hoy, ahora voy a pasar por un pueblo que está aquí cerca para saludar a un chico que me dio el contacto, Margot, y tomarme un café con él, y luego voy a intentar reenganchar el Canal Du Midi, dirección hacia Agde. Total, que dejo de aburriros, ¿vale? Estoy aquí sentado para contaros mi vida. y dar gracias al pueblo, dar gracias sobre todo a la familia que me ha acogido. Y comenzamos el día, estamos en la frontera entre el clima mediterráneo y el clima atlántico. Así que de aquí adelante decimos adiós al clima atlántico y nos sumergimos en el clima mediterráneo. Una cosa buena y mala. La buena es que debería de llover menos y la mala es que va a empezar a hacer calorazo para pedalear.
Buy this bike just for this, or you had it before?
I bought this for this.
For this adventure, huh?
It's fucking heavy. So yeah.
And it's a British.
Yeah.
This is, yeah, I saw it designed in the UK.
Yeah, it's British one. I have very big power bank, so I have enough energy for I think 3 to 4 days minimum.
Okay. For the computer and the phones.
This is their sausage from here, and the bacon.
So what's the difference between the American barbecue and the French barbecue?
Oh, processed meat. Hot dogs, hamburgers. This one is like, you know, nice meat that's prepared, and sausage is everything's natural and less processed, less chemicals, things like that. Oh, in the US, you can definitely get great quality food, but it's just really, really expensive. Whereas here, their regulations make it possible, like, for everybody to have good food.
Yes.
Like, it's not like only for rich people to have good food. Like, you know, you can go. They have the markets everywhere. Like, every village has a market. You know, you can get fresh produce, locally grown. And I think in France, maybe in all of Europe, but in France for sure, it's important to them. Like, food, the quality, it's super important. Whereas in the US, it's not part of the culture that it's so important. But here it is.
Yeah.
But there would be somewhere where you would be stereotyped.
Oh, for sure.
You would say Asian. That's all they would see. They wouldn't see entrepreneur. They wouldn't see
raised in Spain.
They wouldn't see Spanish. They wouldn't see anything. They would say Asian, and that's it. And they probably wouldn't.
They wouldn't even say Asian. They would just assume Chinese or whatever, because that's what they assume. Every single person that is Asian is Chinese.
That's not the. For instance, the CEO of the Microsoft is Indian. The most of executive in big companies are people from Asia, people from other countries.
Yeah.
So,
but that's in California, and that's in those areas.
Cities,
where, When we're talking about that kind of closed-mindedness, we're talking about like small towns in the middle of nowhere, where you really, like where you grew up, or places in the Midwest, in the middle part. I mean, that's very insulated. They don't get a lot of other cultures. But yeah, sure, California, if anything, I'd almost feel like it is more other people than white people in California. There's like Mexicans, Asians, all kinds of blacks, everything like mixed together there. I would love to live in California.
Well, but I mean, it's also the bigger cities. Isn't it? But I mean, New York's the same, Chicago's the same, Boston's the same.
All those are great places to live, I think. But
really, so
part of it. But then also, I mean, I enjoy the nature part of living here. Where kids can carry around chickens in their yard, and we can find frogs down by the river and stuff. I really like that. And as we were saying earlier, small town Europe versus small town America, I don't want to generalize either one, but I will. I mean, in my brain, generally, we find smaller towns over here. Just
They're more cultured in a lot of ways, I think. Because Europe is smaller, and I think like culture in general is just stronger. I don't know. It's just different. It's just a different mentality here. Yeah. You still have your ignorant people, of course. It's like everywhere in the world, but I don't know. I just prefer it. Maybe it's just a personal preference.
I would. And I mean, to be honest, we haven't explored all small town America too. And I know for a fact there's good small town America.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But, you know, and I guess the other side of the coin is we're still on an adventure. You know, we've been here 6 years, and we're still feeling like an adventure, and that's what we want.
There's still so many places we want to see, you know, and experience here in Europe. And we did a little bit of traveling in the US with the kids. We take road trips, drive from Phoenix all the way up the coast of California and things like that. And it was really fun, you know, but for us, I mean, with the school shootings so much in the US, like I was kind of scared to send our kids sometimes. I mean, I thought about it a lot. Like, is there going to be a shooting in their school? You know, I mean, you think about it. It's something, sadly, I'm sure my parents didn't think about that when they sent me to school, you know, but now in the US, it's so common, this shootings and all this violence with the guns and everything, that it's something. It was just so much. So I really think it was for the kids. It was because we see that, okay, in Europe, you can have, you know, socialized medicine. You can have, you know, the opportunity to go to university for little or no money. And you don't have to worry about those things anymore, you know? And then it was funny, though, because when we finally did get here and we realized what it takes to have all that, and the taxes and this and that. And it was like, okay. And it made it more real. But even after all that, even now, you know, yes, we pay more taxes here than we would in the US. Right. But you get something for it. You know what I mean? Like it's to me, it's worth it, you know, and I feel more secure. I feel happy knowing like, oh, if they have to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. No problem. Yeah.
We had
my carte vitale, and you know,
when we first moved here, after the first year, our travel insurance ran out, and we still hadn't been set up in the French system. So there was a small window
like a gap,
where we had
no insurance.
We had no insurance at all. And that's happened to be when Milo broke his leg. Just in that small window, he broke his leg.
All times like that.
We were so terrified.
So we took him to the emergency room. It was in the evening, late at maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
He broke his leg. So we took him to the emergency room at the hospital and waited. They fixed him up. They put him on, you know, the medication. They made a temporary cast for him. After that, we went for doctor's checkups. We got the real cast. We had specialist visits. We had a wheelchair rental for 2 months.
And the whole time we're like, this is going to cost so much money, you know? Like, we have no insurance. We have to pay for everything. But you have to do it. He has a broken leg.
And so at the very end of that, we went to the hospital. It was the last appointment. And now we had to pay. And we sat down. We said, how much is she going to be? And he goes, she said, well, you're not going to like this, but 500 euros.
We're like
500 euros.
Why?
A friend of mine burnt his hand. He had an accident, burnt his hand
in the
pretty
US.
badly in the US. He had some insurance because he's on the exchange, the Obamacare exchange program. So he had some insurance, but not great insurance. $20,000 just for his hand injury. He broke his legs. We had specialists. We had all kinds of stuff, rentals, medication, everything. 500 euros. No insurance.
We were so shocked. I mean, because I thought for sure, this is it. You know, we're going to spend all of our savings money to pay for this because because that's what you're used to in the US. If you don't have insurance, you literally can go bankrupt and broke if you have an emergency and you have to.
Well, not even an emergency, a pregnancy will put you back.
Or even a pregnancy. I mean,
but now that we're in the French system, we pay our taxes. We pay a lot of taxes. But
it's worth it.
Taken care of.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about.
Okay, here goes. Can you see over there, Mike? Time to go.
And don't forget anything. Yeah.
And I got everything. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Bye. Thanks. Okay. Okay. So thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Adios, amigo.
Yeah, good luck. See you later. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the Kurdish house and to take you. So bye bye.
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 And our heartbeat do it all again. And nothing's out of the way. If we can save up and pay the fare, time is all but a constant thing.
Oh, volvemos al canal Du Midi. Welcome back. En el canal, este tramo del Du Midi, del canal Du Midi, tiene un camino muy malo. Así que creo que voy a seguir por carretera un poco más y pillarlo un poco más adelante a ver si mejora. Típico domingo por la tarde, todos los franceses volviendo de fin de semana. Segundo intento del día para ir por el canal. Volvemos a entrar al canal.
And nothing's out of the way. If we can save up and pay the fare, time is all.
En el canal Du Midi se construyó en el siglo XVII para conectar el Mediterráneo con Toulouse, y ahí hay otro canal que va hacia Burdeos en español, para conectar con el Atlántico. Así que yo, a ver, llevo aquí siguiendo el canal como 100 kilómetros. Lo que me flipa es que en 1600 y pico podían construir esto. O sea, porque claro, o sea, no había excavadoras, ni palas, ni nada, esto a manubrio. Todo el canal. Flipilante.
And though the date may be far away, all my luggage is packed and I'm ready.
Hemos llegado a la ciudad de Viajar, muy cerca del mar Mediterráneo. Esta ciudad tiene unos 70-80 mil habitantes, que lo he estado mirando antes, y lo que voy a hacer es no quedarme por aquí y irme directamente hacia la costa. Estoy en el supermercado café. La lluvia me acompaña hasta el Mediterráneo. Estoy a 20 kilómetros de la costa y se ha puesto a llover. Hola, ¿qué tal? Estamos aquí en el canal y hemos encontrado un sitio tremendo para quedarnos esta noche. ¡Chao! Aquí estamos medio resguardaditos con tanto árbol. Aquí hay zona pues para poner la tienda. Ha estado gente allí. Hay una especie de mesa, una hoguera. Y bueno, la verdad es que lo que tengo que elegir es dónde colocar la tienda. Aquí podría ser.